Good morning, everyone. It is the day after Christmas. I hope everyone had a wonderful Christmas. We had a very good Christmas. It was very relaxing and very quiet, and we didn't go anywhere. And I think the kids got everything they wanted, and I got some really nice things too. My family spoiled me. I got this sweater that I'm wearing. It's one of my gifts, and I got some things for the kitchen. So I thought today I would clean my kitchen and put my new things in the kitchen and bring you guys along and kind of let you see some of the things I got. One of the items that I got was a set of nesting bowls from Pioneer Woman, and Scott had ordered it online, and it was all wrapped up in paper and stuff when he received it, so he just wrapped it. He didn't unwrap it and look at it. He just wrapped it in Christmas paper. And when I unwrapped it, the bowl was broken. It had gotten broken in shipping. So we returned it to the store. It was at Walmart. He had gotten it from Walmart.com. And we returned it to the store this morning, and of course they didn't have any more. So that's something that I told him that, well, whenever they get more in, whenever that happens to be, I'll just go ahead and pick up a set then. But I won't be able to show you those because it was broken, but that's okay. But I did get several other Pioneer Woman things, and so I'm really excited about. And so yeah, let me just go ahead and get this camera turned around and we'll get busy cleaning this kitchen. When we redid the kitchen this summer and repainted and everything, and I started doing the Pioneer Woman theme, I decided I wanted to go with red appliances. So I had gotten this coffee pot for Scott. I found a really good deal on it a while ago, and then this is my little coffee pot. And so I wanted a small 5-cup coffee pot that was red. So he ended up getting me this coffee pot. So what I'm going to do, the first thing I'm going to do is going to clean off this counter, and I'm going to replace this coffee pot still works. In fact, I'll just put it in this box and put it downstairs, and it'll be our backup coffee pot. But I just wanted it to match. That's silly, I know, but I did. So I'm going to go ahead and get this coffee pot washed, get the counter cleaned off, and get this coffee pot put there. I'm going to go ahead and run some water through this system with a little bit of vinegar in it just to clean and disinfect the system and to make sure that the pot is working properly. Yeah, it works. Everything's nice and hot. So I'm going to go ahead and unplug this and dump it in the sink. That's nice and clean and ready to go for tomorrow. Oops. There we go. That looks cute. Another thing I got was this Pioneer Woman tea kettle. Now I have this electric tea kettle, which I really don't want to get rid of because it does heat water really fast. So I am going to keep it, and I'm going to wash the tea kettle, and that'll just stay on my stove. And the other thing I got that was red is this blender. Now I didn't have a blender. I haven't had a blender for a long time, and I've needed one. I mean, blenders are one of those things that you don't use very often, but if you really need it, there's really nothing that there's no other appliance that can take its place. Now I have a small Ninja, which is like a smoothie maker, and I've been making do with that, but there are just times when you need a big blender. So I decided I wanted a blender for Christmas, even though I probably won't use it all that much. And of course I got it in the red. So I'm going to get this washed up, and I'm going to put my blender over here by my tea kettle. I'm going to just kind of rearrange this area here, and my blender is going to live over here. But like I said, I am going to keep that tea kettle there. Travis uses it a lot for different things, and so I really don't want to put that away. But I just wanted one of these tea kettles because I think they're just so stinking cute, and it'll look cute on my stove. So I'm going to go ahead and get this counter cleaned off and get things rearranged, get my blender washed, my tea kettle washed, and get it set up. There we go. That looks so good there, and that looks so good there. And there's my tea kettle. The shadows and stuff are terrible today because it's another sunny day, so I apologize for that, but there's nothing I can do. And then this over here, I've had this forever, but I bought some of that Pioneer Woman shelf liner, and I lined this tray with it, and I think that looks so cute like that. And some of the other Pioneer Woman stuff I got this year were these pot holders, which they are so pretty. Told them I don't know if I want to use them or I'd rather just hang them up, but I don't have any place to hang them, so I probably will end up using them. And then I got another set of the measuring spoons, which I'm always in need of measuring spoons. So I'm going to wash these up and put them over here with all the rest of my Pioneer Woman stuff. My 4-cup measure is in the dishwasher, so that can go right there. And then the last thing I got, besides the bowls that were broken, which I will get replaced eventually, I got these cute little Dutch ovens. They're metal, and they're porcelain lined, and you can use them on top of the stove or in the oven. And what I'll probably use them for is to warm up vegetables, or like individual little pot pies or something, if the kids aren't going to be home, or I don't know, whatever. I just think they're super cute, and I'd really like to find a place to display them and leave them out, but I'm not really sure where that's going to be. But I'm going to go ahead and wash these up, and get them put away. And I don't know, hang these on my, I don't know. I don't have any kind of hooks or anything to hang these up. This is a really nice oven mitt. It's nice and thick. So what I'll probably do is throw away some of my old oven mitts that every time you use them, I burn my hands. And I will go ahead and use the oven mitt. And then this hot pad, I don't know, I might hang it up for a while until I actually need it, because it's just so pretty. I don't want to use it. That's where I will put those Dutch ovens for now. They stack, the other lid is turned upside down, and then they stack on top of each other. And I don't know, I just love the Pioneer Woman display here. So, and then I have the other spoons sitting right there. They're easy to grab and use. So yeah, and there's my other Pioneer Woman stuff. Here are all of the leftovers from yesterday. Got some fruit rolls and crackers, and this is that pumpkin braid and cinnamon rolls. So what I'm going to try to do is kind of consolidate some of this stuff. I want to get these in an airtight container so they don't get stale. So I'm going to cut this up into pieces and put it in there, as well as that pan of cinnamon rolls. And then this pan of cinnamon rolls, I don't think it'll fit in this container, so I may have to get a different container. but I don't think plastic wrap's going to keep these fresh for much longer. So I want to get this all taken care of, get this whole counter cleaned off. I got a few more cards in the mail. I think I got them on Christmas Eve. They came in, so I thought I'd share those with you. This is from Net and Tina. They have a really nice channel. You should go check them out. They're very sweet ladies. They're sisters, and they have their mama on there a lot, and it's just a really, really nice family. So I'd go check them out if I were you. And it says, our favorite time of year. Hope you have a very Merry Christmas and a blessed New Year. Your friends, Net and Tina. This is Tina, and that's Net. And they're from North Carolina. And then I got this card. And it says, the reindeer lead the way to make sure you have a wonderful Christmas day. And this is from Kimberly from Pennsylvania. Thank you, Kimberly. This one is from my friend Deborah from Connecticut. Very nice and sparkly. And that one says, wishing you wonder, joy, and peace of the season. Thank you, Deborah. And the last one I got is from my friend Cindy in New York. This really pretty card. It says Winter Wishes. And it says, wishing you a happy holiday season and a joyful new year. So those were the last of the cards that I got. And so I just want to thank everyone who sent me cards this year. I've really been enjoying them. And I really appreciate it. So on Christmas morning, our dogs go crazy for presents. And Lucy, our oldest, she gets really worked up. And the older she's gotten, the more protective of the presents she gets. And in fact, there's been years in the past where she has tried to bite whoever's getting the present out from underneath the tree on Christmas morning. So I have some footage of yesterday morning with the dogs opening presents, and Lucy will be in a cage, and that is for her own protection as well as ours. On Christmas Eve night, I put her in the cage and I covered it with a blanket so that she didn't see the presents underneath the tree, because what she would have done is she would have sat over by the tree all night long protecting and guarding the presents. She would not have slept, and then she would have been very, very grouchy Christmas morning, and she would be apt to bite somebody. So I put her in the cage, covered it so she didn't know what was going on. She slept in the cage. We let her out in the morning, gave her, you know, her breakfast and all of that. And of course she started guarding the tree. And we just let her do that until it was time to open presents, and then we put her back in her cage, and we would give her wrapping paper to tear up. And she was completely happy in there. And as soon as we got done unwrapping all the presents, then we let her back out, and she was fine. So I don't want anybody to think we were being mean to her by putting her in the cage, but we had to. That's, you know, she's 15. She has just, as years have gone by, she's gotten more and more protective and kind of aggressive towards Christmas presents. So that's what we've had to do, and it keeps everybody happy. But I will insert the clips of Pepper and Sally opening up presents. They're not even their presents. They were helping Olivia open her presents, which was so cute. And a few minutes or a few seconds of Lucy in her cage tearing open a present.
What's in this? This is really neat. It's in a neat tin too.
Mm-hmm. So the living room is not too terrible. That's Travis's stuff. He never ended up getting his things out of here. But I'm going to go ahead and tidy up this room. And I'm probably going to sweep and mop. It's been a while since, it's been a few days. Well, it's been more like a week since I've mopped in here. So I want to go ahead and get that done. And Lucy's sleeping in her bed over there. So I'm going to get all this stuff put in Travis's room and just get this room tidied up. This is something else I got for Christmas. Olivia made this for me. Isn't he the cutest? She knows I love Eeyore, and so she made me an Eeyore, even with a pink bow on his tail. She is so talented. I just absolutely love this little guy. I'm not sure where I'm going to put him, but I'm definitely going to have him somewhere where I can look at him all the time. Another thing I got in my stocking is this little gadget. It's a head massager, and you just put it on top of your head and you whoosh it down like this. Oh, I'm telling you what, that feels so good. It's also good for like a scratchy, itchy scalp. If you have an itchy scalp, it does a wonderful job scratching and massaging. I love it. It feels so good. Ah. So this is what I'm having for lunch today. I'm having some leftover Jell-O salad, and then this is some leftover cheese ball. This is the cheese ball. It's made with dairy-free cream cheese and dairy-free cheese. It's really good. And then I've got some of these wheat thins and wheat crackers that I got from Walmart. So that's my lunch today. We have another really beautiful day today. Unseasonably warm, but I'm going to be wrapping up this day in the life here real soon. I've been editing as I've been going along, and I've got quite a bit of footage today, so this is going to be a good long video. But I thought I would take a walk out to the mailbox. I got a notification that some essential oils that I had ordered were delivered. At least that was the email I got. So thought I better come out to the mailbox and make sure they're here. And if they are, then I'll show you what I got. And then I'll wrap this day in the life up. Oh, what a gorgeous day. I would be so glad if it never got any colder than this. But I know that it's not realistic. Well, I think it's in there. So I'll back up to the house and I'll show you the essential oils that I ordered. So this is what I ended up getting with the essential oils, and I ordered it from edensgarden.com. I order either from Eden's Garden or Bulk Apothecary, and I'm beginning to enjoy Eden's Garden a bit more. They have more selection, and I don't know. I'm just finding myself ordering from them more often. So these are the items I picked up. I got some immunity. It's kind of like Thieves or On Guard. On Guard, I believe, is doTERRA, and Thieves is Young Living. But this is like that blend, but it's much cheaper. But this time of year I like to keep plenty of this around. And this is just full strength. You have to, dilute it if you're going to put it on your skin, or I put it in my diffuser. But along that same line, I got this. It's called Guardian. And this is ready to use. It's in a roll-on. And I'm just going to put this on my body like before I go out into public. And it'll help keep me from getting sick. So that's for the immunity. And then I have been having so much trouble with my IBS lately. I really don't know what is going on exactly. It might be because my diet is different. At this time of year, you eat more junk. And that very well could be what's causing my problem. But I ended up getting some more of this Digest Ease. And I'll rub this on my abdomen, and that really helps. And I can also put this in the diffuser. And that's a blend. And then I got this blend, Anxiety Ease, because anxiety and stress also flares my IBS. And of course, during the holidays, even though I didn't feel stressed or anxious, I probably was, and that probably contributed to it. And then Fennel. Fennel is a very good aid for digestion and for bloating. If you're feeling horribly bloated, I like to rub this on my belly, and that helps. Of course, I always mix these with a carrier oil. You should never add essential oils to your body just straight, as they call it, or neat. Always mix it with a carrier oil. And then the last thing I got was some eucalyptus. We've been having a lot of allergies and cold type symptoms, and this really helps in the diffuser to open up your nasal passages. So that's what I picked up. So these are what I picked up, and hopefully these will all carry me through the entire cold and flu season. And I'm hoping these things I bought for my IBS will help ease things. I think once I get past the holidays, get all this extra junk out of the house that I'm not used to eating, that may definitely help with things. But yeah, it's just been kind of miserable, and it's like, oh great, right before the holidays I start feeling terrible. But we'll get through it. We always do. All right, friends, thanks so much for spending the day with me, and I'm hoping to do more of these day in the lives or vlog type videos. You all seem to really enjoy those, and so I'm gonna try. I'm not gonna promise an everyday vlog. There's no way I can promise that, but I will try to pick the camera up more often and do vlog type videos for you. Once again, I hope you had a very, very Merry Christmas, and I hope you have a Happy New Year. And if you do go out and party and have some drinks, be safe and have a designated driver. Don't drink and drive. Talk to you later, friends. Bye-bye.